all together in the past few months, which is great. It's great. And to be honest, I haven't even explored them all, but I will. I will. I might even, write another article about these tools. Oh, we got Wise coming in.
I think I fixed my issues. I apologize.
Oh, welcome back, Blanx. Yeah, you sound good now.
All right. Welcome up, Wise.
What's up?
How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm
What?
wondering because I'm trying a pop tart, right? Segue to the conversation, sorry. And the Americans in this space. Do you really eat this for breakfast?
Do we what? Do we
'Cause
really eat what for breakfast?
Pop tarts.
Okay, so you gotta understand Pop Tarts fall into a category of sugary garbage snack, like pastry strudel garbage that you probably shouldn't be eating anyway. But you should see cereal. You guys like it you guys don't understand how much sugar is forced down our throats in the United States. And a Pop Tart is a great way to get your daily value of sugar in one freaking bite. But yeah, there are people that live off those things. And I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes you want a piece of cardboard crap in your mouth. I don't know what to tell you.
'Cause I took one bite and I was terrified that one of my limbs were gonna fall off.
Did you instantly go into diabetic shock?
100%. Put it down. I'm throwing it away, but I'm just in the fridge.
What kind of Pop Tart
That
though? See,
sweet.
that's crucial. If it's a fruit Pop Tart, if it's one of the candy like s'more styles, is it just chocolate? Like what kind of Pop Tart are we talking?
Yeah, it's called like chocolate. Yeah, it's chocolate one.
Those chocolate ones will make your teeth rot out of your brain after one bite. They're so chock full of sugar.
Do they have like more sugar than
It's
a can of Coke, let's say?
I don't think
it's
anything
so
in this world
sweet.
has more sugar than
It's
a can of Coke.
Yeah, so it's
with Coke
manageable
we
then.
kind of get away with it, kind of. But Pop Tart, I've got so many questions because it was like marketed as like, hey, this is like breakfast food. I'm like, I don't know if it is. So,
I mean, what they got on
yeah,
average
that's
15
been.
grams of sugar each?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't even looked at like the back of the ingredients. As I mentioned, I took like one bite, had to put it down because it was just that sweet. I'm like, well, that's my sugar for like 2 weeks. So, yes.
Does
But
it say
anyway,
that it's
back.
got? Does it say that it's got like fortified with vitamins or anything like that? That's what they normally
No,
do with breakfast, right? They usually say, "Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
sugary treat fortified with vitamin D or something like that."
it was like in the
And fruit
breakfast
and
section
fruit
of the
fruits.
store. So I'm like, okay, I I'll try it, and I did. And now the box is gonna be sitting there for quite some time, and the one that just opened is gonna be in the fridge. Anyway, back to the space. So you're definitely right, retro. There has been kind of like a slow. Um, I would say just kind of like it's a quiet zone at the moment for like the art scene. I'm seeing like a lot more devs or like, hobby projects kind of coming on the timeline, which is really cool. There's one that Ozzy kind of created quite recently, and it counts like the NFTs that you own. And there is like another project. It's like a YouTube channel basically dedicated to like Tez art, and I think it's like art for friends. I believe so. And it's just going to be like a Twitch stream where you get to see like all the listings that are kind of happening on a daily basis. I'm not sure like how many times it's going to be streamed, but I think it's like a 24-hour thing on a day that it's like released, which is really fucking cool. So even though things are kind of quiet, there are side projects that are kind of coming up, which is great to see. So
Uh,
that's something
the
to kind of like
the
take away. Yeah.
the Tezos NFT counter, is that the one that Uzi built?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's the one that he made. It was just like released this week, I think so. I even
let's
like
find.
nominated him for like it has a CRP thing, which is really kind of cool. A few people have tried it. I haven't had the chance yet, but I probably will later this evening. And it really kind of does what it's supposed to do. So, which is really
Found it.
cool.
Okay, yeah, I
But
pinned it up here.
and like the is it called like Art for Friends? I can't remember the handle, but I will retweet it, obviously. And it's like a streaming, it's like a Twitch stream pretty
Yes,
much. And you get to see like all the art that's like being listed. So that
with the new
hopefully will
links
kind of
and
gain some
everything.
visibility. Yeah, that's pretty much like the intention. So all these things are kind of happening in the background, despite there being kind of like a silent market or like a fatigue market, whichever way you want to look at it, which is kind of cool. So yeah.
So, sorry,
And
which one did you say? The last one?
I think it's like Art for Friends. They've created like a few tools. Like don't get me,
Oh
I
no, it's
can't remember
from
the actual
friends.
handle.
It's this one that I pinned, I think, right? From friends. You are talking
Yeah,
about
that's the
the
one. Something that's the
artwork.
one.
Yeah,
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 because I'm
yeah,
like, I'm not sure
yeah,
about the
yeah.
handle, but they've done like other things as well. There was like a project that they worked on previously
Oh yeah,
where
they took part in the Etherlink hackathon as well. Hackathon.
wow, neat.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
they've been participating in this kind of stuff and they've been building tools.
Yeah,
Great,
that's the
great
like that's
stuff.
kind of like I knew them before, because like they kind of like made a suggestion and they kind of built the tool for it some time ago. But I'm not sure if that tool is being used at the moment or like they took it down or whatever the outcome of it. So that's kind of happening. So there are projects being built, and this market is pretty much like an opportunity for those that are vibe coding or trying something new, aside from like the constantly like art focused to kind of come out. So hopefully this change will get more devs involved or other people that are thinking of becoming devs to be involved in the ecosystem. So I think it's kind of great. Even like bakers, I think I know someone that's starting a bakery too. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. There are different
That's
avenues
pretty
in
cool.
this space. It's really a matter of like you picking something that you like and trying it out. So don't despair, fellow people. Tezos people.
I'm not
By the way,
despairing.
Nearly,
Wise,
nearly fell
uh,
down.
as soon as soon as I saw you, it reminded me of um. You guys have any idea what's going on with the messages and the chats here on X? Like, I get so confused because I send a message to somebody, they reply to me through chats, and I never receive the message on the messages. I
Yeah,
receive it only in the
they're
chat.
changing it to like a WhatsApp system, Kryptonia,
I hate it.
It's crazy.
Hate it.
and
I
Hate it so
saw
yeah,
much.
Wise, remember I sent you the last messages I sent you. I saw your replies 2 3 days later because I never got them in my messages. I only had them in the chat, and then I saw them. So that's
I
why I said you
just
reminded.
like I think like somebody said that you're supposed to delete the app and reinstall it again, but I tried doing that. It didn't work for me. So at the moment, my messages are so fragmented, and I don't really know what to
Yeah,
do. Seeing
crazy.
like messages from like 2021. I'm like, if I didn't respond to you at that time frame, chances are I'm not going to respond now because I don't want to. And chances are probably like I forgot what the fuck
I'm
the whole
still
thing is about.
waiting.
you can use it
But
It's
on the if you use it on
2021.
your browser. If you use it, I'm not suggesting that you go back and check all those messages, but if you use it on your browser on your phone, it works. And on your
oh no,
computer, as far as I can see, but they don't talk to each other. So your app, if I think someone else has updated their chat and you've updated your chat, I think it works. But if they haven't updated and you have, I think they're not talking to each other or something like that. Because they're trying to make it like a WhatsApp system so you can send files and everything like that. But it's not updated properly yet, as far as I can tell.
Crazy.
it's not syncing. It's a whole mess. I mean, like, look, if you're going to be sending sensitive information on Twitter, that's on you. But for the folks that are using on smaller things, we should have an option to opt out from like the bullshit. So that's just kind of like the way I see it.
Nope,
But
you're lumped in with all
ultimately,
of us,
if
man. You're lumped in with all of us idiots.
look, I got mostly people complaining, lying about shit, or just doing some dumb shit. I don't need to know what the fuck is going on. What's going on with like their fucking with the out of sync messages. But
Oh,
it is a mess. Yeah.
Wise. I did want to put your heart at ease. I did some research. I did some deep digging. It's only 33% of your daily sugars in one of those Pop Tarts, which is about 35 grams if you eat two of them, which is 66% of your daily sugars, according to the United States, which I don't think you should be eating that much sugar. It also has almost 20% of your daily sodium. There's a lot of salt in there, too. A lot of salt and sugar. So maybe that you're just getting gobsmacked by flavor.
I'm not you. I don't really like sweet things to begin with,
No
and
way.
I break out like really easily. I don't. I really don't. I prefer like salty, bitter, spicy stuff. So, but
You
I
strike me
just
as a
out of
salty, bitter,
curiosity.
spicy individual.
Oh, fuck
Before
off.
before we go deep into these Pop Tarts,
Sure.
I wanna say hi to Tech Mental. He's been up for a while. What's up, Tech Mental?
Yo, what's up? Now I'm here for the Pop Tarts. Just kidding. What's up to everybody? Trying to catch this Tez Tuesday real quick. Um, Here, beachfront, poolside. Just getting stuff together for Bit Basil here.
Are you in Miami?
Yeah. We're just here, and Super Chief is going to be running the digital art spectrum of it, and he had an open call. They had an open call for Tez artists, so I'm going to be documenting a lot of that. And
Are you
um,
meeting are you meeting Yoshi and Pepper Buddha and Dissolver?
you know,
Poke Yoshi
I
in the chest.
yeah, they're gonna be down the street. I'm probably gonna get a bite in a little bit and just walk. They're probably like 2 blocks. The Gates Hotel where they're gonna be doing that stuff. I believe on the 5th. I believe. I'm not sure if that's correct or the 6th. So I'm gonna go by there now see if anyone's setting up. Probably catch him. But I did hit up Yoshi on the DM. He was here earlier. I was trying to get on, but I have there's no not a lot of good connection here on the sands. But yeah, trying to see as much as I can document and stuff like that on the Tesla aspect. And just got back from Scope. Absolutely zero digital art there, but that's okay. And yeah, just saying what's up to everybody. And by the way, if there's anybody that's going to be at Art Basel, Miami Art Week Miami, or anything adjacent, and they want tickets or something for something or something, I can help. Just DM me. I'm a local. I'm around, and if I can help, I will help. So just letting anybody know.
That's awesome, man.
Appreciate you for
Very
coming
good.
up, man, and taking the time
Yeah,
off. I mean, you're in a beautiful place. I'm in Phoenix, man, and it feels like it's 39 degrees. How's it feel out there on the beach?
dude, it's hot as hell. We had 1 week of hoodie weather. We had 1 week of hoodie weather last week, and I was like, yes. And then it's like literally almost 90 today, and but it's okay. I mean, it's all right. I mean, it could be worse, but it's like that all year long. We just hopefully next couple of days will cool down a little bit. But yeah. How
Man,
is
that's
Phoenix?
wild. Oh, Phoenix is great, man. This is the the 20-day stretch when it feels cold because you're used to the hottest is like 113, 117. So, I mean, when it gets down to 40, you want to cry.
That's a bit of a stretch. I mean, we got 40s last year for maybe like 2 days. But I have an entire walk-in closet of winter wear that I get to not wear as much as I wish I could. I gotta travel more, but that's because I'm from the north, and you're always dreaming of that white that
Oh,
white
bro,
week that's not gonna happen here.
We moved down from the Pacific Northwest, man, where it's just wet. It's not even white. It's just wet, you know. So
Windbreaker's time.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
But you have like thermal on underneath the windbreaker because you're gonna freeze because it's just cold.
I know. My inner child misses it. At the same time, I'm like, "No, a little bit of both is good throughout the year, I think. But so yeah. What else is going on? How long you guys been on?
We got started almost an hour ago. A little bit. I've been having technical difficulties working on a new system. It works great when it works, but when catastrophic fail, catastrophic fail.
Yeah, as soon as you select me as speaker, everything goes mute, and I'm like, well, how does that work? Um, yeah, in that chat, I don't get. Um,
Yeah,
but
this thing with the speakers, I think it happens. It always happens, like because there is a delay in the sound for the speakers compared to the listeners. Like the listeners get the sound, I don't know, 4 seconds later or something. So when you come from a listener back up to as a speaker, the audio cuts off, and then you start getting the feed of the
You
live
get the
audio.
live
So
conversation.
yeah.
It's not truly live, We got to have that delay so we can pull the plug if you say something questionable, tech metal. Jeez.
oh my god, tech mental questionable. Yeah, that makes sense. So
It's funny.
so this year I am kind of just in charge of the Space Impact Gallery here
Mm.
at Bit Basel at the Sagamore Hotel on South Beach, and basically it's actual art from former astronauts, um, and um, and it's their impact and basically between water conservation with the United Nations SDGs, which I'm also a selected artist on that, and basically it's a lot of environmental impact going on this year, at least from this collective Bit Basel. And it's basically astronauts saying, "Hey, look, a lot of the training we do is in water, in the oceans and whatever it is, and so it's a lot of education this year on how we can keep the natural coral reefs, safe and thriving and alive, and what that means for at least here in South Florida. I mean, mangroves actually save us a lot of times from storm surges. I mean, my art studio got flooded out this summer, and it happens. Sometimes you don't need a hurricane for these things to happen. But yeah, so a mixture of art, social impact, space, and a bunch of stuff. So it should be interesting. A lot of digital art as well.
Well, when people say you're displaying that spaced out art, you're not lying.
So spacey. Yeah, I know. It sounds weird, but it's kind of cool. I mean, there's physical art, there's digital art. It's but to see like former astronauts, engineers, just
Now,
Navy commanders.
maybe you should clarify the difference between what an astronaut is and what we all think an astronaut is, because I don't think people really do understand what it takes to be an astronaut. Like,
I
maybe
don't. I'm not the
oh,
expert
you're
on
not
that.
familiar. You're not familiar with that. So astronauts are basically think like take take your best soldier on the planet, like physically speaking, like capable, and then take your best mind, like scientist speaking.
Absolutely, that much, yeah. Like Senator Kelly and so many of these men and women who were engineers and so much stuff to the point that they get to do that outside of the hemisphere, right?
Right, but
Um,
it's not just that they're smart enough to do it, right? Because I mean, that's not just a qualification. They
you
have to be
gotta
able to
have that,
handle the
that
rigor, the
survival
rigor.
survival tact. Yeah.
It's pretty like these minds. These are minds that have a very very different perspective on life because they've been pushed in two very very opposite directions simultaneously to achieve what they need.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know, man. That's a weird perspective. I mean, artists in general are weird. Come on, you guys are great. That's why this stuff is amazing. And take that one step further. Pick an astronaut and make them an artist. That's got to be great, man.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
yeah,
just trying to visualize some of this art because God, that's a
yeah, yeah. I
perspective I
mean,
wish I
it's
could grasp.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's like it's almost. I mean, listen, I see a retired policeman trying to do art and stuff like that, and maybe I'm not a fan of their art, but I'm like, whoa, okay, so it's like you're trying something different, even if they weren't an artist to begin with. And I think that we're seeing that a lot with AI, right? Giving people an opportunity to experiment. You know, a lot of this stuff that these restaurants are doing are, they're different generations, older generation, and they're doing a physical art. Some of the art, I'll be taking some pics. Some of the art is actually their former suits that were actually in the space station. They were out in space in the shuttles, and they were able to take those suits and the fabric and stuff and paint on them and do different stuff, or have like maybe have a school, do their own kind of activation, and and patch them on the. So there's different stuff that they bring from some of the helmets, So again, but it's tying in from space and ocean. So there's a lot of social impact with ocean stuff here as well. I mean, I'm literally on the ocean right now, and but yeah, I'm glad everyone's just have a reason to come together from all different walks of life for the art, for the sake of art, and like the reality is that we want to discover new worlds, but I mean, I think as we need to lead by example, right? What's the point of like trying to discover new life out there if like the planet that we have, we're not considering it. So that's my little fortune cookie for the
Well, I appreciate that fortune cookie, man. Thank you. That's a great perspective too. And speaking of AI, we have somebody up here who has been experimenting with some video AI. Mr. Marabi, how the heck are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Um,
Thanks for asking.
What's up, Kevin?
yeah, I've been. What's up? How are you? It's been a while since I've been in here. Um, yeah. No, yeah, I've been making videos with I love Sora. Sora's great. But yeah, it's still very like you see its limitations too. It's still a very kind of early stage, but there's like a knack to it as well. And so it's kind of its own skill set. Um,
Have you tried, Kevin? Have you tried the Veil VO?
I haven't tried it. I've seen comparisons between them. I'm sure it has other strengths in different ways.
Yeah.
People don't look as like people, though. That's from the
Okay, but
comparisons
I
I've
saw
seen.
some comparison videos and they were looking much more realistic, with the physics and everything from Veil compared to Sora
Maybe,
2.
yeah.
But those two are the best, I think, right now. And I was actually thinking to cancel my ChatGPT subscription because, first of all, I don't have access to Sora 2 uh, in my country. I don't know why.
Um,
They haven't rolled
yeah.
out the access here to Greece yet. And I was thinking to maybe, cancel that subscription there and try the Google AI one,
Hmm.
the corresponding one to try out Veil maybe.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, they've expanded it. I think. I mean, more like
I don't know.
like
I tried yesterday.
they got rid of the invites thing. People can just download and install. So it's I think a lot of the things where it's like they call it exclusive, it's really they're just like they're still building it. And I feel that way actually. I've suspected this for a while about my Pro subscription, but Sora and using Sora 2 Pro, like that version of it, um, it makes it a lot more obvious because for pretty much everything, like whenever I rendered a video using Sora Pro, it's worse than regular Sora. And it's like, oh, this is just
Really?
I'm paying more money to be your guinea pig for something that's not even finished. It sucks. It's the worst thing. If you want it done right, don't use Sora Pro. So they give, but you do other things with like it lets you have up to 25 seconds as opposed to the regular, which is 10 or 15 seconds, and you can do high resolution and you can do a storyboard board mode for it. But it's like it's just not good. Like it fucks up like all the areas where Sora fucks up. It's like 10 times worse with Sora 2 Pro. Um,
Really? So
yeah,
it's better to have
I
the
never
free
use it.
one.
If unless I just need to
Okay.
confirm to myself how bad it is. It's like, oh yeah, that's why I don't use this. God damn it. But it's interesting. Like it's here's this
Is
very
it maybe
experimental
because
beta, and they charge you more
yeah?
money for it, and they call it exclusive, and then you just
Is it
call it
maybe
pro.
worse because you do bigger lengths? You know, like it packs up
No,
after a specific length.
because even I do it just like standard and resolution, and I just keep it down to 10 seconds, and I don't do the story report. It's still just like worse. I don't know.
Oh,
It's like emphasizing maybe the wrong areas, and it's not focused on. I mean that's kind of the case where, like, if you ever ask ChatGPT, it's like, which model of you should I use for this question? Should I use this because that's like the newer? Like, no, 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 no. You want to use this thing, really? But it's the newer. It's like, I know why you want to use that, but you got to use this thing. Okay. It's
by
except
the
the
way,
video generator doesn't tell you that. It doesn't.
yeah, gotcha. By the way, they are rolling out ads in ChatGPT. Is that true?
I never heard that.
I
I
saw it
think
on
that's for
X
the free
actually.
tier, bro. I don't think you'll be paying
Hmm.
for ads.
No, no, no.
You'll
I
lose
think I
customers.
saw a post from somebody as a pro user that they got a nut and he had a screenshot. I don't know if it was real or not. You can trust anything on internet these days, but that's gonna be crazy if they add ads, especially for the subscribers.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like, yeah, I don't
Do you
think
know what the ads are
those.
for?
Oh,
If there
there's just
are
pop
ads?
ups in app, like ads.
Like it can suggest you something when you ask something, and it can suggest you something, a service or a product,
Just like
and it will
Google,
bring
Google
out like
ads.
yeah, fifty
Top of
percent
your
off.
search list
Like
is all ads,
Mental
right?
health professional like it, but
Mm.
these bots are not your friend. That kind of shit.
oh yeah,
I'm
I don't
sure
think
they'll
they're
keep it
people.
segmented in a way. I mean, to me, it makes more sense that they would just use that as like a like enterprise integration kind of thing. Like the data is what's good for that, as opposed to ruining what's their
Cheat
cash crop, which is
on your school
like
project.
retail.
That's cool.
I mean, retail level people, like, they like the interface the way it is. You don't want to compromise that. You don't want to risk it. So, like, I don't think they'd want to interfere with it. Whereas they could be doing so much more on the back end of things, the stuff you don't see. I also feel that way about, like, the people who are thinking like, oh, but the valuation doesn't match up with the number of subscriptions and how much they're charging. It's like, do you have any idea how they can be making money that doesn't require any, like, users paying money at all? Do you know how much money they can be making in the stock market? Do you, like, just the AI itself will be a great generator to use internally, and it is. Um, and I can it's so interesting with Sora as an abstraction to see this, because I see people who work at ChatGPT or at OpenAI. They clearly have a much better version of this, because with the videos that they're producing, it's not like they're prompting it better. It's not any of that. It's like, no, no, no. You're working on Sora 3, and I'm everybody else is working on Sora 2. Like, this is in a different ballpark here. Uh, so yeah, we'll see what happens. They might become the biggest company in the world pretty soon.
It's looking like they don't really have many choices, at least to make a profit.
They don't need them.
yeah. You can
Yeah.
you can check the pinned posts up here. I pinned two posts. One is from a pro user supposedly that it got a nut.
Ooh, I want to see that.
But I think the most interesting thing about Sora, the app, is that it's structured as a social network with followers and things. And they have interesting features like remixing, like you see someone's video and then you modify it. And then, you go through, like, for anything I publish, there's like 1,000 attempts at generating it and drafts and all of that. Um, but like through that, the amount of feedback and the kind of feedback they can get in ways that were before impossible, like, you're just really hard. It's just like getting blood from a stone. Now it's just like people are giving it away left and right. So the that level of, like, data reinforcement, like, is going to just make the product so much better, like at an accelerated pace going forward. Like I think that was really the chasm to get it to this point where it's a social network itself. And that was brilliant that they thought to do that.
Oh, by the way, one of the differences with free users and the pro users, I think one important difference is that as a free user, I think that all your creations are public, or is that wrong?
No, you choose to publish what you want. Um,
Even as a free user,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I
I mean,
remember at least Mid Journey, I remember that you couldn't as a free user. Everything was public in Mid Journey, right? But anyway, yeah, it
yeah.
changes from platform to platform, I suppose.
I mean, it usually just you have to. It takes a long time starting over and getting it right before you have like the prompt that lets it work properly. Um, and then for like the stuff that I've done with like the baseball one that I published, like the Mets, like that's multiple videos over time and edited together using Video Leap and whatever. Like I mean, the one thing that I think you were able to do as a pro user or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if it was a pro user thing, but like there was a way to get like to not have the timestamp on it. I mean, sorry, not the timestamp, the watermark. Um, and then, but I think they got rid of that too. Um, which they should let you do that. It's because some of these things, it's not the same as Instagram and TikTok, where it's like yes, it's a social network, but also people are using these videos for things. And if they want to get to the point where, and I'm sure that they do, they want stuff winning awards. They want AI rendered videos to be long enough and good enough and curated enough that they could go to film festivals and win awards. Then
Well,
you can't have a goddamn Sora watermark
yeah,
flashing all over. you know
true. But I think that like one big use case would be like video advertisements. Like if you could create adverts for your product, for your project, stuff like that. Compared to having a marketing agency create one for you, it's gonna
yeah,
be
yeah,
much cheaper to create it to Sora 2 or Vio.
yeah. I've been
Is it
experimenting with that.
Vio?
Nothing has been I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking
Uh,
it, but
or maybe
it's not
we're
hasn't been
just
good
not
enough
there
yet.
yet. Or maybe we're just not there yet.
Yeah.
But we will
It,
be.
yeah.
I mean, looking at you wanted to start, let's say, a project, a mobile app or whatever, or website, or platform online. I don't know. A few years back, even to create an MVP, right? You would have to hire a dev if you don't know how to code and stuff like that, and it would cost you maybe a few $1,000s, to get an MVP out. And now with all these AI tools, I think it's much easier to create an MVP for a product, even if you don't know how to code. And
Oh
then if
yeah.
it catches on or whatever, you can go ahead and make it more professional and hire devs and everything. And
Yeah.
it will be kind of similar with the video. I think video is not there yet, but you will be able to create some advertising. So you could actually create even an advertising agency, that will create stuff through AI if you're good at it.
Yeah, there are so many things that I would be spending like hundreds of thousands at a time on doing like tasks, and I have over the years. But it's like it's done for nothing. And I'm still hiring people, but I know and they know that they're using AI to do it. So the cost is a lot more affordable, and it's done so much quicker. And that's fine. I mean, it can't just be totally like, you can't just, for still so many things, I think, especially with development, you don't just want to have no separation between you and an LLM. You do want some competent people that are able to find all the uh, um, to put it together properly. Well, maybe we'll get. I mean, that will become less and less. But uh, yeah, I think of it very much in the way that sort of cloud changed things, like where you have maybe like one DevOps guy as opposed to what it used to be in the days before that, where it's just kind of insane the kind of what like the back end infrastructure necessitated in terms of cost and manpower. And I mean, you needed to get like, there was a time when you needed to get like servers in a physical place and you need to pay like a armed guard to be outside, man. Like it's ridiculous now. Like that, but and that moved very fast. But I do think there's also other stuff where I feel like there are a lot of like little things going on. It's like, okay, well, I could take time to do this. I could spin up that website for this or update that. And, or, I know how long it'll take me. If I wait a month, I'm pretty sure at this pace of movement with all these AI products that I'll, something will come out where I could do it in 2 seconds for 2 cents. And I've usually been right about that. So it also causes a little bit of a, it slows you down in a way because you're thinking about like the long arc and it's like, well, why do that now? Why burn capital and time and uh, energy in something where it's like you could just see the rate of movement and the rate of growth and advancement and just say all this stuff is going to be streamlined soon enough. Why be wasteful? So, but
Interesting.
you know,
Yeah, very interesting. But yeah, there is also the bad side of things where we got so much AI slop on the internet, so
mhm,
much trash, AI trash. It's
mhm.
everywhere now. You go to YouTube, you go to TikTok, you go to Instagram. So much AI generated trash content, and
Yeah.
it's
I can
being
tell when something's
engraved.
made on Sora, though. There's a certain, it's like
Didn't we
hard to
go
put into
through this
words,
with
but
websites
I
though?
can tell.
Like GeoCities?
Yeah. What?
Like GeoCities. Didn't we go through that with
Hmm.
GeoCities? All those websites?
What, that people would just put up random shit all the time. There's a
Constantly.
GeoCities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now it's everywhere. It's in all websites. Like
Moderated and um oh, by the way, Tezos things. So we finished bridging um so all the stable Tez coins over to Etherlink, and for USD Tez, bridged it over to Base. We also bridged over the F tokens for, or two of the F tokens. So the tokens you get for lending USD assets to Tesfin, that's bridged over to Etherlink. Point of that being is supplying those pools can now be incentivized because it would operate with the middleware that's on Etherlink without having to be on Etherlink. And then for USD Tez, we also bridged over to Base, and now there's an aerodrome pool for USD Tez, USDC. And today I put up a curve pool on Etherlink for it. So you can use it on Jumper and all that stuff. Um, yeah, so we're farming ready. That's one thing where I think people care about. But it does also use what I've been saying a while is use this infrastructure in a way that it actually provides a structural utility. So not using the middleware itself as a destination, but as sort of something to streamline supply. So what I envision is a liquidity corridor. So we did all this stuff like with Aerodrome or whatever because we could get now listed on Coinbase, and people can just buy USD Tez on Coinbase without having to go through a whole bunch of shit. You just buy it the way you buy anything on Coinbase, and then from there, it's simple to get to any other destination or get over to Tezos proper. Um, with and that also streamlines things without having to spend all the money and stern drang that people would spend trying to get listed on Coinbase. Now it's more streamlined. Oh, and I think OKX is doing the same thing because it worked so well for the Coinbase Aerodrome relationship. Um, and yeah, so that would provide a liquidity corridor between Coinbase to Etherlink, well, Coinbase base to Etherlink over to Tezos L1. So that's all set up. And now we are working on deploying the first TezX pools on the L1, which will also be TezLink compatible. And I just got confirmation from TezLink people that like, yep, everything we've done with Tezfin and TezX is already TezLink compatible. But I think what's more, I think more like Teslink suited in my mind is stuff that's built using the insanely great advantages that are coming from sub-second block times and all the other jazz, so that it's not just being like you can do it on Teslink, but like there's a reason for it. Um, I think the best example of that with Tel2s in general has been Hanji. The fact that the demonstration of the fact that, like, here's high frequency trading. You can't do high frequency trading on the L1. You can't. It's not possible. But you can do it on Hanji. So that's an example of something that like really utilized the network and its features for what it is. So, but now I want to see them, do Tezlink, and we want to get people in the door for more Tezos DeFi on Tezos, not on the um, way station, as I see it, between the port city that comes between it and the broader EVM world. Um, that's where we'll have our true kind of. Yeah, it is interesting because like you go through like MetaMask or whatever, and you're like, okay, we're switching, adding the Etherlink network, custom network, so we can put in the Etherlink, and then in like the normal networks, you see Solana, you see right, what the others, what else did they add recently? You see other networks that are not EVM, and they're just there. That might cost a lot of money to get there, but I think it's important that, yeah, definitely it's a lot useful, very useful to have all this stuff automatically integrated in the middleware of, uh, or the middleware that's already there and present. But also, I think that we should be working on a separate path as well, which is to make sure that Tezos infrastructure, the uniquely Mickelson Tezos infrastructure, is growing at its own pace as well. And we're not like we're just getting started with that. We're not capitulating it. So, you know,
Well, you
you know what
you
I'm
seem
saying?
excited. Yeah, I do actually.
I'm sorry.
By the way,
Did
are
you have a
you
good
planning
Thanksgiving, Kevin?
to?
Did did I had a good Thanksgiving. Had a lot of good foods, but
Ooh, shoot! Before I get too deep in the woods on the
how
foods,
about
Rubus,
mm,
welcome up. I want to say hi. You have been here the whole time, and I have not said hello, and that's rude on my part. Apologize.
Hey, no worries. You were talking about other stuff, so I don't also want to be rude and interrupt Kevin, so I can't wait a little longer, no
mm.
problem.
I'm done. Blangs has suggested I'm dragging a bit, so
No, 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 no. You sound like you
I
had an amazing
I
Thanksgiving.
guess.
The energy's just a
Mm.
little low from the beginning, not at the end or in the
Oh,
middle or
one
anything.
more thing,
That's all.
but on about MetaMask, one of the most popular snaps is still and growing is the Tezos snap, and it's like you see it still even on the front page of the MetaMask snaps. It's actually they show it as latest under the latest category, and it's the first one on the left. So I think that goes to show that
They
and
update
prove there's
anything?
this demand for Tezos. 16,000 users,
Did they
16,000
update
installs.
anything?
No?
I've met like
Mhm.
maybe like I could probably like 10 people that actually use it. So this is definitely news to me.
You
I
don't
wonder
know
if like they
all
updated
the people in
anything.
the world. No,
Wise knows
No,
all
16,000.
the
that was
people in the
this said
world.
only meant like 10.
Look, the
I
rest of
said
them are
just 10.
shy.
Jesus Christ.
They're just shy wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Did they like update anything or
No,
I wonder like what's the reason for the influx of users?
no. I mean, last time I checked this
Okay.
thing a few months ago, it was 13,000. Now it's 16,000. So good, still steady, good growth. But I think it's a good proof point. And also, like, I think like it's a good thing. Like that's another thing about snaps for MetaMask, which is they can kind of gauge like what are the features that people want without having to necessarily integrate that into the fold of like their main trunk. But if seeing this, I don't think it would be, we pick up a phone, call MetaMask, and go, hey, you want to add Tezos as a network? If you're looking to add more networks, after all, it is one of your most popular snaps. People want this thing. Imagine what it would be like if you made it part of your main app. I mean, there's a case to be made there, just because of this sort of third party traction. Um, it's not a theory,
Okay, fair.
you know. So
It's
I think that's
like the reason why I find it interesting is that
mm,
most people that do end up using sorry, MetaMask Snap is they it doesn't work on like object and FX hash. So most of
mm,
the time they go the route of like importing the seed phrase from MetaMask into Temple and then to use Adapt.
mm.
So it's not working as it should be. This is why I'm kind of like
Interesting.
curious. But
I'm
yeah, I
trying to
mean like
see where we
it's
should.
at this
Yeah.
point, it's I like because I've spoken to like the one of the people from Beacon. At this point, I think it's just there's really no point in using MetaMask on any of like the marketplaces. It's just
Mhm.
better to stick to Tezos based wallets, and I even include Temple in that category as well, no matter how much of a change they want to make. So yeah,
I mean, I can suggest to the person who's managing the Snap, I believe it's Nomadic that's handling it now, um, whatever updates are needed. Because I mean, I remember initially it was like all you could do is just have Tez and delegate it, and that was it. I imagine they expanded it, but if they didn't, I mean, they should. I haven't messed with it since the beginning, so probably should. And there should be a feedback place for suggestions where that can be compiled. Trying to think what
Yeah,
would
it
be the right
sucks when
place
you
for it.
can't tell anybody what's going on.
Mhm.
Well, thanks for that, Kevin.
You are welcome.
Rubus, why don't we jump over to your world for a moment?
Hey everyone. Um, I just wanted to thank Tezos Commons because 2 years ago we asked for a grant on Agora to build the Tezos events calendar. We made a plan for 2 years, and this week we reached our second anniversary, and we still managed to keep it going for at least another year. So the calendar will still be up. We are planning more stuff to be included on the hub page, as we call it, where the calendar is hosted. And we are also thinking about making it easier. So we appreciate any feedback that you guys from the community want to give us, because we want to keep working on it and improving it. And we hope more people use it because that was the whole purpose to build the calendar. And for us, it's a great milestone, and I wanted to, as I said, thank Tezos Commons for making it possible. And I'm also very happy to see more proposals being there on Agora now, and some up for discussion. So it's great to see that the ecosystem is using it, and we might try for a new grant for other stuff. We're still not sure what to do. We're a bit busy. We're a small team. So if you want to volunteer, you're more than welcome to join us. And it's been a real pleasure to be here for these almost 4 years and 2 years of the calendar. So I just wanted to thank you and also invite you to our Advent calendar. It's what we've prepared for this Christmas season or the jolly season. So we kicked it off with an Advent that is running on our Discord. You just need to go there and use our new bots. You roll a dice, and if you roll the number of the day, you win that prize. So for now, since we are on day 2, we have 2 prizes. One of them is still up for grabs, day 1, so you can still try to roll one. Number 2 was already rolled out by Randall. Congratulations, you won day 2 prize. And it's 24 artworks from 24 different artists that have been with TTC for a long time. And currently, we are doing, as usual, our activities. The theme of the week is the gift week because, as you all know, we are a non-profit community project. So we rely on donations and the support of the community with the Tezo CRP Awards. And we wanted to dedicate this week to everyone who has donated art so we can keep giving prizes and sharing the arts around other wallets in Tezo. So thank you very much for this. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but this is an extension and it's inspired by what you guys in America do. So thank you all for being with us in this journey. And also, and sorry for babbling, next week will be our last artist space of the year. So Rick and I will co-host it on Thursday. I'm not sure if it will be at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. still. We still need to agree on that. But it's an open space for any artist who wants to share their latest drop, talk about their journey, their passions, motivating, whatever they want. So we would love to get to know more of you. And even if you already been in our space, it's the last one of the year, so everyone is welcome to join us. Thank you guys very much and have an awesome, jolly week. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rubis, for everything you do. I mean, because yeah, you said you're a small team, but you did so much and for so long as well. So yeah, we appreciate you a lot. And thank you so much for everything you guys do.
I think the sentiment it's a bit down, but I wish more people would look up to you guys because you have so many things going on through the community. I heard you in a space a few days ago, and to me, Tezos Commons is like the official community part of the Tezos ecosystem. So it's the closest thing we have to the big guys we so much like to complain about. And I believe you guys are doing an amazing job. You've always been very supportive, and I think you just don't support more because people don't reach out to you. Because I believe if more people did, you would be able to support many more. So yeah, people, go to the web page. It's not just Tezos CRP nomination. I'm stopping. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. We appreciate you a lot. And yeah, we are not the only ones to just to give credit to where credit is due. There are many good people in the other teams as well that you see them, you know, in the community being active and everything and asking and supporting, and they're doing great stuff as well. But as you said, we all started in Tezos Commons. We all started as well from the community. Like we didn't come from outside suddenly or whatever. We've been here, you know. So like I like to say that even if some of us, you know, stopped working for Tezos Commons tomorrow, we would still be here in Tezos, you know, like we were before we joined Tezos Commons. And yeah, community is everything for me. I don't know, like that's
Oh,
from the
same
first
here.
day that I joined Tezos. Yeah,
Same
absolutely.
here. I'm echoing and absolutely applauding that. That's 100%. Well, we
Oh,
also have
Ricky,
Mal Sheep up. Malicious.
yep,
You
came
made
out.
it.
Hello.
How
Hello,
you
hello.
feeling?
Lovely to be as per usual. What I did manage to get of this space has been fabulous. Very, I appreciate you guys. Mhm.
Well, we appreciate all of you. And we definitely appreciate everything you're doing. You are busy, busy behind the scenes.
As always, cooking on several things at the same time, many pots on the stove, as it were. But yeah,
And they don't boil over.
um,
That's the magic.
that is the magic. Um, yeah, lots of lovely stuff going around event-wise globally within Tezos, which has been very cool to see. And Taya is, of course, things in the background as per usual.
We have a proposal coming up soon for 2 new core team members, which we will be hopefully adding soon. More details about that to come.
Can
But
I can I
excited about
can I
that.
drop can I drop out like two guesses for the names?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Pendel and Talawaki.
Yes, indeed.
Brother's like, I saw the
W- w-
post and I know.
no, we had Ryan earlier at the start of the space, so he already shared that. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
good. Very good. Yeah, I'm very excited because they are both wonderful, dedicated folks in the ecosystem, and they are treasures, as all of you are as well. Anybody wants to come and join Taya as a volunteer, you're welcome to join. We are all volunteers, plucking away. If you've got an idea for something that you want to accomplish, I'm sure folks within the Taya crew can certainly help with that. Doesn't matter what your skill set is, come and hang out with us. We are happy to have you. There's the Discord. You can learn more about Taya at wiki.taya.art and all the good things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I
Now,
think.
Mal,
Oh, go
uh,
ahead. Go ahead.
Ryan himself, he has found more and more roles deeper and deeper in the woods as he's gotten more and more involved. I notice he's taken on some more positions and some more responsibilities. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure he didn't think that was what was going to happen when he stepped in. He just wanted to be part of something. So
Mm-hmm.
pretty
Yeah,
special.
you tend to wear many hats when you work with Taya.
Yeah.
I myself do everything except for dev work, and I plan to do that in time. So, from PR to marketing to moderation to copy minting to organizational structure and all the good stuff. All the good stuff. Hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, if you could just want to get involved, you just want to help, you have no idea what you can help with. It sounds like there's a lot you can help with without ever
Hmm.
knowing what it is that you're going to be helping with. So just
Exactly. And
yeah,
as
just say
much
I
time
want
you
to.
have available that you would like to share with us, we would be grateful. And, you could be doing it, a couple hours a week, a couple hours a month, a couple hours a day. That's all up to you and what your capacity allows for. But we will help you guide your skills and your passion in the right direction. Mhm.
And unlock that inner genius that we all have hidden inside.
Exactly.
Love it.
Also, update for everybody. I have dwindled down my 19s month down to 9. If you're looking for my new schedule, it is now my pinned tweet. So you can keep up with that. Chest infections reduce my stamina. So we're down to 9 spaces a month, but we still have Tezday Tuesday every week. And everything else is now a monthly.
Well, I
And
appreciate you
always
doing all that.
excited. Mhm. Always excited to
I
see everybody
appreciate you,
show up.
Mel.
I appreciate you too.
You're so brave. You really are. Just opening spaces and dealing
Mhm.
with tomfoolery.
Oh,
Here
it
you
it,
go.
it gives me some lovely excitement in my day. I don't have to deal with, you know. I gotta, I can have a nap when I like. It's great.
Meanwhile, like 1 hour, get the fuck out of here. Go away.
You need your 30-minute cap. You do. You
I'm
do.
like 1 hour. Finished. Go. Go away.
I feel like it doesn't really start until about 15 minutes into the second hour.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
mean, like there's like the icebreaker, and then there's like because it's supposed to be like a fun conversation. I refuse to
Hmm.
partake in spaces that I'm not having fun in. That's just like the the guide, my guide anyway. If I'm not getting
Hmm.
something out of it, if I don't know the person, if I want to know the person, I'm like, this is like a 1 hour for you for us to talk to each other, and it's
Hmm.
nice. But 2 hours, fucking brave, like hero status right there. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm complaining about spaces while being in this.
No, you're
We
amazing.
are
You,
we are 5 minutes away from reaching 2 hours for this space.
yeah.
This space is
So
different. This space is different
yeah,
because it's pretty much like open to everybody, and everyone kind of gets to chime in, and that's what makes it kind of cool and special. But if it's a 1 hour, like a one-to-one kind of thing, then it does change.
You
yeah.
don't want to listen to me
Obviously.
tell jokes for like 4 hours?
10 minutes max.
I mean, that's even pushing it. I'm talking like maybe 5.
3 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
5
I'd probably
minutes.
That's
lose my
fair. That's
punch.
fair. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
You guys are
And most of
sweet.
the jokes have to be like funny because like then when anyone talks about like games and nerdy shit, I'm like fucking out, done. Brain is like somewhere else, and I'll just be silent.
Let's talk DeFi.
Yeah, can we
That's
talk
even
about
worse.
like liquid
She
staking
muted immediately.
derivatives? I'm down with the
That
LSD if you know what I
is
mean.
that's even worse. Back to Tezo stuff.
That
Does
is
anyone
LSD is
know?
totally on Tezos. There's tons of LSD on Tezos.
I mean, they have to take it right to be here. So, the does anyone know the okay, so for the past, I would say like almost a fortnight, there's been issues with Temple. That's mostly like node related, and then there's like an issue as well with the extension, Firefox and Temple. Um, and the only way users can use the service is by using Chrome based browsers. It's like a Chrome, Brave, and so on. Does anyone know if Temple support is on Twitter? Because at the moment, the only way you can get in touch with them is like Discord. Um, and it
You can
does
also
take
reach
some
out to
time.
them on Telegram.
Fuck my life.
Do you want me to send you their group?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's like the Madfish thing. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that one.
Okay, this might sound like a little bit mean, but I'm just gonna say it because I'm kind of frustrated a little bit. If you are part of a team that does like a Web3 service, I highly recommend that you should be on Twitter. It just makes things easier, considering that a lot of the issues that people are reporting is on Twitter. And because the Tez has always been this thing when communication especially is fragmented all across socials, just have one person check on it that can tag you, and that way you can kind of answer. I know it's like once in a while that can kind of pop in. Oh yeah, by the way, don't click on this thing because it's a scam, which is great. But it's um it's dumb. It's just dumb. So as a person
So
who's an advocate of Kukai, I'm like, I have a problem with Kukai. I know who I'm talking to, like who I to reach out to. But with Temple, I'm genuinely having issues communicating um, with them because the communication like takes a couple of days to respond,
uh,
or and by that time it's like either fixed or there's a workaround. So I really thought that maybe somebody knows someone that deals with the support team on Twitter. So
yeah, I see their Twitter handle replying to somebody 8 hours ago. To be honest, just play the devil's advocate.
yeah,
But yeah, I think that the most direct way would be Telegram. I don't know why, but for me, it always like worked better than X. But yeah, I totally agree that at least you should be seeing, who tags you on X and everything. So
yeah, it just makes things easier, especially when it's like a known
totally.
issue. And this typically, like I get it, happens like on a Friday night, blah blah blah. But um, especially when there's like a big problem and everyone is like tagging each other, trying to figure out what the solution is, and they're like away from it. But yeah, that's just my general beef with Temple at the moment. So if anyone's having any issues with Temple, whether it's like node related or extension that's not updating or whatever it is, I'm gonna be shilling Kukai. I'm gonna be honest about this. Kukai is a better wallet. It's easier. The interface is much better. The communication is a lot better too, till like they get their shit together. I promise you, you're not gonna have like any node related issues. And if there are any issues, they're like a click away. Um, I'm not getting paid by them or anything like that. I just prefer them, and I've never had any problems. And they're like a click or two away, if you need help with anything. But and there's social logins too, which makes things a lot easier.
Totally.
So consider
Totally.
it. If you're a Temple user, consider Kukai because they're the best wallet in Tezos.
Wise,
Thank
I'm
you.
really glad you mentioned that because I personally, in terms of using, I prefer Kukai. I must
Thank
be
you.
honest. And I was discussing it with OPEC today because I need to make a thread for the Trailblazers, and I've been discussing it on What the Fuck Show because Kukai is great, but being tied to a social login, especially with all the shenanigans on X and everything,
Mm.
um, my only issue with Kukai, and I'm not sure if they are going to fix it, is that you can only import Kukai to Kukai itself, your social login. So if you want to be free from the things that might happen with your social account on X or Facebook or Gmail, you can generate your seeds and import
Mm.
your
Yeah.
wallet to Kukai. But if you want to do it to Temple or to any other wallet you want, you cannot do that. So everyone should at least do it once. So if they get blocked on Facebook or whatever, they can
Mm.
still access their assets because it happens to many people and they lose control over the wallet until they fix, if they can fix things with X, for example. But I believe it's a major flaw. They don't allow it. They are not
You
compatible
can
with other wallets.
you can
You
back
can
up your
import your
seed
seed
phrase.
phrase.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you
Have
can. I
you
did on the
tried?
Herbal app. Uh, So like when
The
you go, so
social
I use like
wallet.
the
The social,
yeah.
if you
So like
create
I
a,
mm,
I've tried many times on Temple and I've contacted support and it's not available yet. At least that's the information. And I
I
tried this
think
week.
I think what Rubis is saying is that if you Rubis, can you mute? There is some bad feedback coming from your microphone. Thank you. Uh, what Rubis is saying that is that if you generate and back up your seed phrase from the wallet that you created with a social login, you cannot import it into another wallet, not back to Kukai. Back to Kukai, you can import it, but you cannot import it Temple, for example, or something like that. I haven't tried it. I don't know if that's true. I
yeah,
assume it
possible.
is. Yeah, but I
I thought
think
you were
that's
talking
what
about
she was
Kukai.
trying to say.
I didn't even know Temple even had like a social login.
No, it only happens with the social login. So if you go onto Kukai and you log in with a social login, you can only import the seed phrase to Kukai itself. If you create a new wallet, like a regular wallet like you do on Temple, you can also do that on Kukai. That wallet, I believe you can import.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the ones that
that's the
are,
case.
yeah, exactly. The ones that are created using your X handler or your Facebook or your Gmail, you can get the seed, but if you try to use that seed and import wallet to Temple or to other Kukai, at least until 4 days ago when I tried it again, because Skulls also said to me, no, I did it, and I went to try again, and I get the same error, so I believe it's not. And being a social wallet, I do love Kukai, and everyone I onboard on Tezos, I bring through Kukai because it's easier, and it's overpassed the things related to blockchain, like signing in or creating wallets. People don't care about it. You just go in and you use your social platform that you want. So I love it, but as a crypto user and as a good practice, you should always be able to access your assets no matter what. And being reliant on platforms like X, to me, nowadays, it's a huge risk because they are banning people for no reason. So if you are using Kukai, at least import to your Kukai wallet, your own social wallet.
May I
So
ask
if you use your
what happens when you try to put your seed phrase into from Kukai into somewhere else?
it says that the seed phrase is invalid. And even if you try to use the other option, it's the route or the thing that has a lot of slashes. What's it called? The derivation path. The derivations paths on Kukai are not compatible
I
with
think
them.
I think this has to do more with the it has to do with the encryption method. Like they have the standards, the BIP 44, BIP 39, and stuff like that. And I think the ones that are generated from a social login use a different encryption method, the encryption standard. So maybe that's why.
That might. Oh, you know what? Yeah, good catch. Because
Yeah,
yeah, it's a TZ2 wallet address that you get
exactly,
when you do it.
exactly.
It's an HSM one, whereas all the others are TZ1.
So, but still, you should at least back up your seed phrase from the social login wallet that you have created, because as Ruby said, it's so easy, to just lose your X account or whatever it is that you created with. Because yeah, those platforms can ban you for no reason. You can lose it anytime. So you can have, especially as an artist who mints stuff or collects stuff and everything, you cannot just rely on X. And to be fair, it's not a feature that was advertised. I mean, in the beginning, you couldn't even generate a seed phrase from the social login wallets. They added it much later, and they never advertised it. And I think they didn't advertise it on purpose because they don't want to. I assume they don't want people, to deal with seed phrases, especially the ones that are not so crypto native and they don't know how they work. Because to be fair, most scams and most hacks happen with the seed phrases, not with the social logins. But I think that you should back up your seed phrase just in case something happens with your social login wallet. Anyway,
Yeah, but I see Red here, and she got her X account hacked. So there are also a lot of hacks with the
totally fair,
social.
totally fair. Yeah.
So I think they did it. It was around the Christmas time also when there was a big change on X and many people could not access the X account, meaning they could not access or validate anything on Kukai. And there was no workaround. So people really got uh, kicked out of their wallets. And that's why they fixed it or came up with this solution that allows you not to be dependent on your social login, but it still makes you dependent on Kukai itself. So for me, it's not such a big issue, but it's still an issue because I want to be able to have my wallet in different wallets. So if anything happens in one, I have another way. So I'm really hoping that they keep developing this and somehow make it possible to have our Kukai wallets on other wallets also. So it's my
Yeah.
wish list for this Christmas.
I don't. To be honest, I don't know if it's gonna be possible. I mean, technically, because as I said, it's different encryption method or whatever. So unless the other wallets support this encryption method, I don't see it happening. I mean, I don't think that Kukai could generate the seed phrase with different encryption method because it's initially generated through the social login, and as Kevin said, it is a TZ2, so it's kind. I don't know the technicalities behind it, but I think that is the reason they didn't do it from the get go. To be able to import it to other wallets. But yeah. Anyway, and talking about wallets, I did write an article like 2 weeks ago, I think, about wallet hygiene and stuff like that. That is on Spotlight, but where I said that I think, like you said, Rubies, we should have, like separate wallets, more than one wallets. We have, the cold storage, the hot wallet, and even we could have a middle case, a warm wallet to say so, where you have one wallet where you do your everyday interactions and you can, collect and interact with apps and try out stuff and everything. And then have a cold storage where you keep the things that will be idle that you are not going to use anytime soon. You have them for the long term, so you don't interact with apps with that, and it's more safe that way. And then some more experienced users to say so even have a warm wallet where it is where they have stuff that are not completely idle, but at the same time they're not going to use them in the short term, but don't overcomplicate for yourself, because sometimes complexity also adds more risk. So, but at least try to have two wallets, one hot wallet where you interact every day, and one where you keep the stuff that you are not going to use anytime soon and you want to have them saved there and save. And don't use a treasure right ways.
It's amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. It is the best. I promise you this. It is the best cold storage there is. Yeah, I
Believe you,
said it.
yeah.
Big words. Yeah. Rabi, best wallet, Phantom, Kukai, and that's it. That is what I like. People can say like, Temple, and Rainbow and all these other things. No, no.
By the
I
way,
personally think that MetaBass should be in the garbage, but
yeah, yeah, I don't use MetaMask to be honest, but yeah. Regarding Temple, because you mentioned some node issues and stuff, Kukai has a fixed node, because I know that they have their own node. It's the one that we Tezos Commons also, support. We have our own node, and that's being used there. But for Temple, you have the ability to switch nodes for those that might not be aware. So
yeah,
sometimes if
yeah.
one isn't working, you can try, to switch to another node. And there is like a smart pi node. There is like another one. I don't remember the names. But yeah, if there is an issue with a node that it's using, you could switch to another one.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I looked it
Weird.
up. Um,
Screenshots with arrows. Every time there's an issue, screenshots with arrows. Change it. Go this, do that. But I think this is look, overall, I get what they're trying to do, but the experience is just not the best. And it's not their fault, it's in of itself. I get it. But there's like delays in communication, and that's the frustrating part. And the more delays, the more frustrated people get. The more frustrated people get, the more heated the timeline gets. And we're here to keep the peace. So it'll be great if maybe one of them helps us keep the peace too, because we are part of the ecosystem. And I still think there should be default should be Tezos, not ETH, no matter how hard they're trying to like bridge that market, whatever it is. There's things here and there that I've noticed since the updates, as of this year, that it's not where it should be. But yeah, so if anyone's asking for wallets, even with new users, so if you're having issues with Temple, I highly recommend just importing your seed phrase from Temple into Kukai and just using it as is. This is someone who was onboarded using Kukai, and I've never had any issues with Kukai. And I will probably like support it till the end of time. So um yeah.
My my only complaint about Kukai, and keep in mind that I am a moderator in their Telegram group, right? So I'm involved with them. My only complaint is that they haven't put out an Android app yet, and I'm an Android user. Yeah, judge me, I don't care. But yeah, that's my
Well,
own.
nah. Sorry,
I
Android
looked up the
users, you know
reason
my
why.
stance.
So it Temple actually it does support TZ2. It's not about that. Okay. So Kukai does let this from ChatGPT. Kukai does let you export a seed phrase, but the seed phrase is that seed phrase is not the seed that originally created your social login TZ2 key. When you create a social login wallet, your key is created through OAuth plus encrypted key splitting. There is no mnemonic involved. Later, when Kukai lets you quote back up your wallet with a seed phrase, what they are giving you is a new mnemonic that generates a different key pair. The backup seed phrase produces a TZ1 key pair. It does not reproduce your original TZ2 social login key. This means your social login key, uh, goes to, like, out of that a TZ2 wallet address, and then out of that stored separately with threshold encryption. And your backup seed phrase is a TZ1, only used for recovery of funds if you migrate them. So the two keys are unrelated. Kind of makes it so, yeah, it gets you back into
Then what's the
Kukai,
point
but
of having
so
the
she's right.
keys?
Mm.
Yeah, I
So
tried like
That's
entering.
what you
right.
need, what's needed is for Kukai to allow exporting of the private key, not a seed phrase, but the private key, and they don't do that at this point. So, but if you could get that, then you can restore it somewhere else. Yeah.
Oh shit! Because I tried to see if it's also happening to me, and I got the invalid error too. I guess that's like an actual problem. Shit. Great. Still, cool guys are best. That's the hill I'm dying on.
Agree. I still use Kukai. I just wish that Temple would improve the NFT part. That's the only thing I actually don't like about Temple, because in terms of managing funds, delegating, staking, changing nodes when they're not working, alternating between wallets, for me it's great. But the NFT part, managing the NFTs, it's awful. So that's why I prefer Kukai every day for almost everything. So yeah.
Kevin, I just tried it. I just tried to get my seed phrase and imported it back into Kukai, and it brought up my TZ2 wallet normally.
I mean, did you import it into Temple?
No, it doesn't work with Temple. But
Right. Yeah.
the way
That's
the way you described it before, it was like it will generate a different wallet, a TZ1, which got me confused.
No, I think it was saying
So
like it'll let you get back into your account, like it's connected to that, but like you can't bring it somewhere else for something else. Like
Okay.
it's
okay.
not going to know what it is. Um, but
So
yeah, but on that other
this
point, that was
social.
kind of with Temple, like that was kind of the thing. Like we want our like it. I think a lot of the like I've never used the EVM that they added, but I think there's kind of a split focus when it's hard to manage two things, EVM and Tezos. So, and they're like the precious kind of teams that you have. I mean, that's not something where like having that split focus is, and the whole point of this was to get on the Ethereum wallets. So I didn't understand what the point of that was. And I had to disable Temple actually because it kept interrupting every time I needed to use an EVM wallet. It just kept defaulting to Temple unless I disabled it. So that's the other thing, uh, which is not good for
Too many
Temple.
wallets. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a split focus, and so cognitive load increases, and then yeah, we've reduced our
Not
advantages.
today. Not today, Temple. So just so I can understand, the social login, the seed phrase, you can import it into Kukai itself.
Yes.
Okay, so that's fine. So that pretty much
So
doesn't
that's
matter
for the
what whether you're
cases.
using like email or X.
No. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Okay, yeah,
whatever
that's fine.
social you're using, you're getting a seed phrase as a backup, and
Yeah, and
if
then you
that
can just
social
import that
gets,
into.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
that makes sense. All right, because I was concerned. I'm like, what if they locked out, like as we were mentioning before? But okay, all right, that's not a
Yeah,
problem.
and with that, I hate to be that guy, but we are 20 minutes over the 2 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes in already. Blanks, I think we can wrap up here. Otherwise, I'm gonna go home
No,
at
let's keep going for
3
another hour
a.m.
and 40 minutes. Let's make it 4 hours and make sure
Get
Wise
the
stays
fuck
the
out
whole
of
time.
here.
Is this like a Joe Rogan
No.
territory? Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm locked in. I got my shoes off. I'm ready to no. I think I think we'll start closing things out here. That's fair.
Wait. I just saw that we have a request from Mal to come back up.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe she wanted to share some
Yeah,
last
definitely.
thoughts or anything. Or maybe she wants to make fun of me for using Android. I don't know.
Oh, don't worry. I'm also an Android user.
Oh, there
Wise
we go.
knows
Yeah.
this. And
Love
Knew
that.
yet,
it.
I
I
hear
knew
the
it. Fucking
bane
knew
from
it.
her all the time about it. You know,
Look,
it's
I just think that Android people are a different type of people,
yeah,
okay? They're not
customization.
lesser.
It's fabulous. I can open up my phone.
Whatever helps you sleep through the night, Mal.
Mhm.
It's okay. I'm
I'm gonna
here
be able
for
to
you. I'm
make my
holding your
own
hand.
apps that I can have
Sure.
stored offline. It's gonna be
Sure.
fabulous.
I'm sure it
Mhm.
will be.
I don't have
I'm
to
sure it will
go
be.
to a clinic, an iPhone
That's okay.
clinic. I never
That's
have to do that.
okay.
Never have to do it.
It's
It's
okay,
You know,
Mal. I'm
I'm
here for
using
you.
an
I'm supporting you.
Android-based
Mhm.
I
version,
don't know what's going
and it's
on.
crashed 3 times. I've never had it crash
Mhm.
before on an iPhone, but it's crashed 3 times in this space so far.
What
Well,
has?
it's
You're
when
using
you're
BlueStacks. That's
part
a
of
simulator,
a.
bro. That's your own computer.
It's Android. It's Android.
A simulator of Android. Yeah.
It's
I got
Samsung
myself an
22 is
orange
what it
pie.
says.
Android people finally show their true colors, and it's fucking green.
I tried
I
pinning up
see.
top a little bit earlier the warning from Temple that they don't have a desktop app. In case anybody's wondering, that's a scam. I'm going
Oh
to try
yeah.
and pin it
Good
again.
call.
Recommends Temple.
A fake website has been bothering them and everybody else. So be aware of that, everybody.
There we go.
Hopefully
Then
it's pinned up
just
top.
yeah, I see it. I
Oh,
think. Oh no.
good.
Wait. Yeah. It is up
Wait,
there.
is this like the
But
OnlyFans thing? What the fuck is this?
What?
hmm?
I saw like,
Oh,
oh,
by the
that's like
way,
that with
there's a
ChatGPT.
fake USD Tez out there. They're on Twitter, USDTZ Pro.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta report them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, report them, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep our community safe.
It's in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Blanks, get your best people on that, would you?
I already have.
Hear that enthusiasm? Let's go. All right, close it up, people.
Blanks,
Well,
are you doing a run after the space?
yeah, I
Almost.
will, Mal. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
All right.
go.
Hey, I want to thank everyone today who came up tonight, said something, shared, listened in. Man, every one of you are the reason why we do this. Now, if something does come to mind after we end the room, you can just hold on to that and you can bring it up next week or just reach out maybe and then I'll tell somebody and then you'll feel better. But, we'll be here again next week. So, if you want to keep up with everything we're doing, make sure you're following Tezos Commons. And since we're at the start of a new month, remember those CRP nominations are open. So if someone did some good work recently, be sure to submit them. We'll be back next Tuesday, same time as always. And as always, stay curious, stay connected, and we will see you next week. Thanks for joining.